Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and with only a couple of hours until the daily reset, why does Cynicalex still have one world boss run left? Well, that's because I can't play world boss. You're probably wondering what's going on. Did someone cut off your hands? No. What's happening, in fact, is another bug in Marvel Future Fight. So I needed to make this video not only to highlight the existing bugs that have still not been fixed almost a week after the update has gone live, which is unusually long for Marvel Future Fight, considering how debilitating, how crippling some of these bugs are. But I needed to highlight this other bug because although it affects a much smaller percentage of players, much smaller, it's a real huge kick in the pants. So we have tier 4 Hulks roaming around. You've got content creators throwing money around, swiping the Visa, really excited to get their Hulk tier 4 so they can showcase it in videos, etc. Except that we can't. I mean, we can showcase them in videos for sure, but we can't actually use Hulk and see his effectiveness and reap the benefits of that. I'm on stage 31 of Gore, and I've spent more than 10,000 crystals getting here. However, after beating stage 30 with my superior Iron Man villain, which is the requirement, I am now on 31, and I want to keep progressing, right? That's the whole point of the way my account has been built. I've purposely, you know, gotten the most peers, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We're going to go in with Hulk here. You guys are going to get a treat. You're going to see Hulk completely dismantle Gore, which is super satisfying. He can face tank Gore, which is really cool because basically no other character can do that. Maybe not even Moon Knight. But there's a problem at the end, a humongous problem. Let's check this out. Okay, we're starting off with a bad rotation anyways, but that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and compensate for that with the co-op skill. Really, there's nothing Gore can do to hurt me, so we're good. So we're smashing Gore here. This is a really cool fight that you're not going to get to see because Hulk is just obliterating the screen with different attacks, yellow everywhere. It's kind of a cool color. We don't see a lot of yellow in this game lately. So anyways, he's using the power of the Necro Sword. He's doing his best to try to destroy me, but that's not really going to work because Hulk is nigh indestructible. That's the only attack that can actually kill me. Low key, no cap. All right. Here we go. Getting down close to 10 bars. And then we're going to get this cutscene here. And then they're okay. All right. So we're in the second phase of the fight, or the next phase of the fight. After he's built up his Necro Sword Darkness meter, which is basically impossible to stop. So this is sort of like a mandatory portion of the fight where you have to go run around and kill these little monsters that he summons, these shadow monsters. The only way to dodge this is if you do enough damage to him. Oh, it's really cool how the screen cracks. But yeah, it's the only way to dodge this is to do enough damage to him in the first part, in the first basically 30 to 40 seconds of the fight to avoid this entirely. But that's pretty difficult for most characters, even tier 4s. Well, at this level, maybe at level 1 it's a lot easier, and you could push them into the real second phase. So you're like, oh man, Alex, you're almost done with the fight. That's awesome. This is gonna be a short video today. Nope. Okay, so Gore decides, psych, I have another life, which probably is a good foreshadowing that he will be able to revive, which is really cool because, you know, Mephisto revives. He has the same sort of thing. We're going to do this little mini game again where we dodge the gigantic Necro Swords at the Carnival of Gore. We dodge the only attack that threatens us right there. And then we're off to the races. So I'm showing you all of this, right? I want to show you the full fight, not to show off, but just to stress how annoying this bug is. Because if I just cut to the end, it really doesn't hammer home the point. And yes, I use the word hammer, you know, ironically. So, you know, I'm grinding this. The fight itself isn't hard because Hulk is just insanely tanky. But imagine with another character, right? It would be. And the other characters that I used to get here, it was very difficult, right? With Hulk, it's pretty easy, but still, it does take about 2.5 minutes of my time. Okay, so we did it. World boss over. I got my 5 runs of the day. I can keep climbing tomorrow. Yay. Uh-oh. Did you see my Conqueror level go up? The Conqueror XP, where was it? Rewind the video 10 seconds and go check. Doesn't move. Wow, 31 carbonadium. That's a lot. Cool. 45 CCF. I didn't get any of this. I didn't get any of this. The only thing I forgot to do is show you guys how much carbonadium I had at the beginning of the video, but trust me, none of these rewards are given. I've tested this dozens of times. Oh, look, guys. I still have one entry remaining in World Boss. This is one of the stupidest and most annoying bugs this game has ever seen. And it's not a funny bug. It's not like haha funny like the story mode fragment farming bug where everyone was getting premium items with every pull. That happened a year ago. This is just straight up an insult. And this, by the way, this only happens to people who are using tier 4 Hulk. And you're probably wondering, you're like, Alex, why don't you just use another character? There's no one. And I say that as literally as possible, with as deep a meaning as possible. No one even comes close to clearing this stage on my roster. No one even comes close. They can't even survive, let alone do enough damage to kill Gore. They would need like 20 minutes to have enough damage to kill Gore. So there's no possibility. Oh, what if you don't put Hulk in the leadership position? Does that work? No. What if at the last second before you kill Gore, you switch to Mystique and you finish him off? Does that work? No. I'm not gonna bother showing you guys all that because it just takes up a lot of time and it's just really annoying and it just further pisses me off. And believe me, it's pissing off other whales and other players who did this because they're having the exact same problem. A ton of players are having this problem, and I know you're probably thinking that it's only whales, but remember, there's a lot of players who were just saving up their tier 4 mats because they're like, yeah, level 80 is really enough for me, for Iron Man and Thor and Storm and Moon Knight. I don't need them tier 4. I'm going to wait for a tier 4 that I really like. And Hulk is one of the most popular characters in Marvel, right? So probably a good chunk of players, and you can see by the video numbers on Hulk that's pretty good. A lot of players were like, yeah, let's do it. I'm going to tier 4 Hulk. I'm going to put all my resources into Hulk, tier 4 him, and just smash through the content. You're actually not going to smash through the content. The content is just going to pretend that you weren't there at all. You're not going to get a reward. You're not going to get progress. And you're just going to have to... I don't know what I have to do. I guess I have to go down to a much lower stage. A much lower stage. I think I have to go down to 14. I don't actually have anyone that can clear. Maybe I can clear 20 with Makari or Thena, but that's it. So I'm going down anywhere from 10 to 15 stages because of this stupid bug. And this is not the only bug. Let me show you, in case you haven't seen it yet, the Dormammu switch bug. All right, here we go, the Dormammu switch bug. Now, this one has been recognized and acknowledged by the devs, so I have hope that this one will be fixed sooner, but I'm still not sure. So watch here. We're going to put all of Sif's skills on cooldown, and we're going to switch, okay? Maybe not important, maybe not a good way of playing, but that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to play with Hulk, okay? Now, let's just pretend... Hulk can't die on this stage, by the way. But let's just pretend, oh no, I have to switch to Sif. Take a look at her skills, guys. They're still on cooldown. We still have 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second on the 5th skill. None of the skills kept counting their cooldown after I switched. Let's go back to Hulk, guys. All of his skills are on cooldown. Same problem. This is super annoying, and it basically makes it so that some players can't play GBR. Like, this is a pretty crippling bug, especially for lower end accounts who really rely on maybe, they don't have enough damage to carry with one character, but they can switch and bring 3 characters and sort of, do a little bit of damage with one, switch, do a little bit of damage with the other, switch, do a little bit of damage, right? And that way they can carry. Apologies to these 2 guys here. I'm not going to finish this run, but so we have 2 bugs in the game now. One of them is crippling high-end players and whales, and the other one is crippling low-end players. So it's literally both ends of the spectrum here as far as player bases being crushed by these bugs in 2 of the most popular game modes, GBR and World Boss Ultimate / World Boss Legend. So why is this important? Well, it's important because, first of all, the Dormammu bug has been acknowledged, and we've go over here to the August update known issues, which hasn't been updated for 4 days now. We do have the acknowledgement of the skill cooldown issue being a problem, but they acknowledged this like 4 days ago, and they haven't done anything about it. But the bigger problem is that they don't even know, or they haven't even publicly acknowledged that the Hulk bug exists. That's the part that scares me more, is that it's almost a week into the update, and they don't know that tier 4 Hulks can't even process a World Boss Ultimate or a World Boss Legend fight, which is huge. Imagine you're not a content creator. Imagine you're just a regular player. And you're like, you know what? I haven't spent that much money in this game. I've spent maybe, I've been playing for a couple of years. I've spent maybe $50, $100, but I really like Hulk. I really, really like Hulk. He's my favorite character. He was the first character that I ever got into the comics about. I really like the Fear Itself storyline. His breath looks really cool. I'm going to go into the store. I saved up some money this month. I worked 2 jobs. I'm going to buy the tier 4 pack, and I'm going to get my Hulk to tier 4 because I really just want to smash with I want him to smash Null and smash all these bosses. And then the bug hits you. You're probably going to quit. Right? Why would, that's huge, dude. So they really got to fix this fast. I'm not even going to touch on compensation because I don't really care at this point about the compensation and getting my hopes up for nothing because they didn't even compensate players last time for the download bug. But this has to be fixed ASAP, like today, right? This is just unacceptable. And this has been happening. Like I said, I haven't been able to use Hulk for days now. Right? I can play with him in World Boss Ultimate. I just can't get the run, or World Boss Legend, right? And it's not just World Boss Legend. It's not just Gore. It's any boss. It's happening to players who are using tier 4 Hulk. So with that being said, I would also recommend that if you are about to tier 4 your Hulk, if you want to use him for World Boss Ultimate and World Boss Legend, don't. Wait until this bug is fixed because otherwise it's going to be a huge frustration for you, as it is for me. And just in case you guys are wondering, the last time they patched the game was August 11th. So we're talking 4 to 5 days ago. They last patched the game to fix some other bugs that really don't matter. Like the issue of the combine button being displayed in Korean when combining specific materials. Whoa, that's crazy. Good thing you guys fixed that. That was probably destroying the gameplay and the enjoyment of millions of players. I understand. I'm being a bit of a jerk. I understand that some issues are easier to fix than others. I understand that. That's probably why the Dormammu skill cooldown bug hasn't been fixed yet, because it's a bit more complicated. But yeah, they got to fix this. It's unacceptable. I'm really pissed off, and it kind of drains my motivation to make content because I'm not even getting anything out of the character to begin with. Right? So how am I supposed to turn on the camera and tell you guys how good he is when he's not even doing anything? He's just sitting here breathing. So yeah, hopefully the devs do something more than just sit there and breathe, like their jobs, for example. And I can report to you in a day or two that they've fixed these bugs and the game is all hunky-dory again. In the meantime, keep these things in mind. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.